Welcome back to the neighborhood, boys and girls. Our next guest for tonight is Branden Cooper from eXp. Branden, welcome for.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We were talking last night at the event that we were doing,
Right.
and I told you, like, my favorite thing about interviewing people is starting off with the pre-real estate story rather than the right now. Because, you know, people see everyone on Facebook and Instagram and everyone are like, oh yeah, I know this person, but you don't really know the person. So
Yeah.
I like to get to know people a little bit more. So tell everybody a little bit about the journey from however far along up until the start of real estate. Where were you? High school, out of high school, pre-career, all that stuff.
Yeah, sure. So 2020 is when I graduated from Rutgers in Camden.
Okay.
So I graduated with a dual degree, so it was finance and marketing.
All right.
So I was pretty much doing that. I had an internship with another realtor that was previously working at Berkshire Hathaway.
Okay.
And I was mainly there for marketing. I did all the social media, looked at the analytics, went through that whole in-depth thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a smart idea because, for one, I'm getting credit for it, and I'm also learning about the real estate aspect as well as the marketing. So I did that, and I really wanted to go in for my license. So I went in for my license. I joined another brokerage. I've been through 3 since I went through that transition.
Okay.
But you know, I was with them, and I didn't really do any business right then and there because, again, I went into real estate during, I guess, the boom of COVID.
The COVID boom.
I graduated in 2020.
Okay.
I had a full-time job lined up, and it was very overwhelming. So it was a lot going on there. So I kind of took a break. I didn't really go all in for real estate during that year. I had a full-time job lined up as an underwriter with a health insurance company.
Okay.
So I kind of tied in that experience with the real estate when it came to organizing all of my clients, organizing all of these different data points about market statistics, all of that. So I thought that was really cool. And I really went all in 2021. I felt like underwriting really wasn't for me. So I wanted to have that personal touch.
I always picture underwriters of anything as like more laid back, more sheltered, not sociable. Like you don't seem
that's
like the underwriter type when you're there. You know what I mean?
Again, like a lot of people, they like to be on the back end that are in underwriting or anything that has to do with that kind of realm. And it's not really something I wanted. I wanted to be more client facing. I wanted to do something that's more interactive.
Right.
And you know, I could do the back end things from time to time too when I need to, but I'd rather be able to make a difference, be more sociable, connect with other people throughout the community, connect with new clients, just provide value and just put a face to my name.
Nice. And now, how long have you been officially licensed as a realtor?
Officially licensed as of March 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And do you find yourself gravitating more towards first-time buyers, more towards listings, more towards investors? Where do you?
Yes. So when I first started doing business in 2021, I was mainly working with buyers. Again, it was a hot market. Everything was limited inventory, and there were so many buyers in the pool. So I picked up a lot of buyers, went through so many different offers, as I'm sure you know.
Sure.
It was a little rough. So I was primarily working with them. Then 2022 came along. Pretty big shift in the market in regards to the rates and everything. So I thought that would have been a great opportunity in order for me to pick up more listings.
Right.
So I started picking up more listings. I have a land listing, and right now I have a few that are under contract. So I'm just trying to build up that aspect of my real estate business. I've worked with the buyers, first-time buyers primarily, and I know the ins and outs. I like to walk them through the process. I like to make the experience fun for them.
Okay.
So I've done that. Now it's my turn to help the sellers out as well and learn all throughout.
And what type of social media do you work on? You just graduated, so like my generation is Facebook, Instagram. Your generation, are you TikTok or are you?
So I like to say I'm an old soul.
Okay,
so
all right.
I'm not as active as I would like to be.
Okay.
But when I am active and I do put out content, I am primarily on Instagram. So that's my generation.
That's like middle of the road.
Yeah, it's middle of the road.
It's not TikTok, but it's not Facebook either.
I do have friends that are, within my age group that are also on TikTok and they're killing it. I do want to get into that as well, but Instagram.
I can't understand it. How do they get business? I was just talking to Rachel about this. I don't understand. I'm a marketing major, I don't understand how you target people on TikTok because the algorithm just spews out there and it's all
Yeah.
across the world. It's not even like the country. It's all across the world. So I don't understand. Facebook is easy. Your friend list are here. Instagram is easy.
Well,
I don't know how you target
I feel
users.
like, so the good thing about now, especially since COVID, everything's video.
Mhm.
Video has blown up tremendously. You have Instagram
Sure.
Reels, Facebook Reels, you have
Mhm.
TikTok videos. And I think TikTok is the one thing that really started to push all of that video content
Agreed.
to those
100%.
other platforms. So when you have those involved, it's really a no-brainer that that's kind of where you have to migrate to. You have to shift where your
Mhm.
focus is. And even though, yes, with TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, for those short videos, 30 to a minute, 30 seconds to a minute,
Right.
those are targeted based off of what other people's search history is. So
Right.
the algorithms will adapt, and your primary focus is to target the audience where they're looking for those things.
Right.
If there's someone that likes interior design, home improvement,
Mhm.
or anything where they have these little house hacks, for
Right.
entrepreneurs that want to invest.
Yeah.
Those are all things that I've noticed get a lot of reach, and that's kind of your target audience that you
Yeah.
want to reach.
My TikTok feed is like credit and mortgage and all the different conspiracy stuff. All the Illuminati. Like that's all that ever comes through on my TikTok.
That's just like my friend.
But I would think that like from a business standpoint, I mean I guess I understand that people, if you have a million TikTok followers, they pay you to do that. So I get how
Right.
that would be financially incentivized. But like, do you know people that are realtors that are getting buyer leads or seller leads from their content on TikTok?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
not just me. I've had a few other people that I've connected with as well. So I would say it's mainly in regards to people that you already know.
Right.
So
right.
if it's your direct audience, if they're your sphere of influence,
Mhm.
family, friends, any type of relative
Gotcha.
area that you guys connected from,
Right.
that's the main point. And then from there, it kind of, I picture it as a web, so
Mhm.
it expands out, like a
Gotcha.
ripple effect of water. So
Mhm.
it ripples out. So that's one way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you really have to hop on trends. I follow this other realtor. He's with Coldwell Banker in the DMV area.
Okay.
And he's amassed a huge following because
So we talked a little bit about your goals and stuff. Let's talk about your post goals. October, November 2024. Tell us a little bit about where you're going to be and what are some things you're going to accomplish and check off on your goal box.
Right. All right. So gave this a lot of thought.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things I do want to accomplish there.
You seem like a pretty
So-
ambitious person.
Yeah,
so
I like to be a jack of all trades.
I like it.
So 2024, I do want to develop my photography, videography business. So right now I do photography on the side. I want to implement that with real estate. So anything where I'm able to support small businesses, other realtors, or just document the community itself, wherever listings are, whatever's available.
Sure.
I want to be able to provide that. And, we were discussing previously with marketing, video's huge.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to share that and put it out into the world online.
Okay.
So I do want to grow that business. I also want to develop my own real estate team, within a certain number of years.
Sure.
So I'd like to be able to share what I know in regards to camera work, videography. I have a drone too. So all of those things I want to be able to share with other realtors that are starting off, other business owners, professionals, and really be able to provide value there. And, whether it's email marketing, drip campaigns, anything like that, that's where I see my business going, where
Okay.
I have more automation, more scalability. That's something I do want to take off.
Nice,
Because,
nice.
again, I'm only one person right now.
Yeah. So, what point in your life did you figure out that you wanted to be an entrepreneur? You wanted to be self-employed? Has it always been in your blood, or is it more like a recent thing where you're like, you know what? I'd really like to do this for myself.
So it was kind of 50-50.
Okay.
I used to always dream of, having a job. I used to want to be an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
Went to college, took a few accounting courses. I said, not
Too
for me.
boring, no.
Not for me, too boring. The stress of numbers and just crunching everything.
Accounting was the worst.
I
man.
cannot do that.
Just class-wise. In school, because I'm the type of person that I'm a numbers person, but when they're like, they have to match exactly, I'm like, well, I got them within like 15 cents of each other. They're like, nope. If it doesn't match exactly, it's wrong.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I can't do that.
I remember the classes, I would have tests, whole page marked up in red, 85%.
Yeah.
Made no sense. But
No.
I mean, I guess I was relatively close, but I used to want to be an accountant. I used to want to be a veterinarian. I love animals.
Yeah.
I started looking into the medical field for it, and I said, that's a lot. That's a lot of schooling. That's a lot of debt.
Animals are going to be the hobby now,
Yes,
as opposed to the
yes.
professional
I
career.
would
Yeah.
gladly have my ferret and little dogs with me,
Nice.
with my girlfriend.
Cool.
But, then I thought about engineering and all of that. Real estate never really occurred to me until, again, my internship. And I started getting a lot more algorithm reach on social media. And I thought, wow, this is really something I would want to do. So, I kind of transitioned from that 9-to-5 mindset where, I would have that security and guaranteed income, or I could go the entrepreneurial route and really grow and scale a business that I feel passionate about and really want to go all in for.
Okay.
So it was 50-50 at first, but I think at least the idea of starting something from scratch, since I haven't had that in my family necessarily.
Nice. All right, your last question is going to be a personal question.
Okay.
If you woke up tomorrow morning and you found out that you won $1 million, what would the first thing be that you would buy, that you would spend your money on? You don't have to spend all $1 million, but what would be the first thing that you would buy with your newly found riches?
That I would buy.
Yeah.
Not debt, not just something for me
Man,
personally.
you could do debt if you wanted to,
Okay,
but
well,
I mean, debt's responsible, but that's normally like the second or third thing you do. Like, what's your like, man, I really been waiting to buy this.
Oh, something I really want. I've always wanted a motorcycle.
Okay.
I've always wanted to learn how to ride a motorcycle. I love to do physical activities.
Okay.
So anything regarding a vehicle, I could do go-karting, I could do dirt bike, ATV. Anything like that, I would love a motorcycle because.
Now, are you talking like Harley Davidson, or are you talking like speed bike,
like a sports bike?
Yeah. Okay.
So I would love those. If anything, it could probably be. What's the step down? Is that like a street bike?
Yeah,
something
ninja
like
street bike. Yeah.
So something like that, where I wouldn't go too crazy with it.
Right.
I'm not a speed demon. I won't go flying down the expressway or anything, but. I think that would be really fun because I like riding my bike and everything. I go downhill and it feels freeing. So I do that. And for some reason, my favorite car is a Kia Soul.
Okay.
I would get that too. Something about the ergonomics of it. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just weird.
hey, whatever,
It's
man.
quirky, but I like
you
it.
could make it your Kia Soul,
Yeah.
however you wanted to.
Yeah,
whatever you want to do.
as long as the stereo system sounds good, that's perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so
All right.
much for coming on, Branden.
Thank you so much, Jim.
We'll be right back with the next guest on Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood.